to get ready. Dreaming of the big time superstar status. When you tell them your vision, yeah, they start laughing. Now you determined to prove them wrong and make it happen. You don't know how close you are. Never look back, cause you came this far. Oh, yeah, I'm about to get it. About to live this life, bright lights, big city. Time to pack them bags, yeah, time to pack them bags. Time to get out of town, I ain't looking back. Everybody say you can't do this, do that, but they never took a chance, that's why they where they at. I want more of the life, so I sacrifice. Leave all my friends behind, yeah, pay the price. I know they wishing for my downfall, but I'ma reach to the sky like I'm 50 feet tall. Yeah, I'm walking now, I used to crawl. I see the crabs in the barrel, I see all of y'all trying to put me down, but yeah, I'm going catapult. Past the atmosphere, yeah, I'm going get it all. Yeah. You can do it, all you gotta do is dream and imagine. Imagine, imagine. You can do it, all you gotta do is make it happen. Make it happen, make it happen. From a small town, about to get ready. Dreaming of the big time superstar status. When you tell them your vision, yeah, they start laughing. Now you determined to prove them wrong and make it happen. You don't know how close you are.
The world's best gather here. XBL baseball starts now.
It's crushed to the moon, and we're tied.
Picks it up on the second. Over to first in time for the double play that ends the inning.
That's gone.
Oh my, oh my, oh my.
Trying to repeat.
It's good!
Homeward to the pen! This game is over!
Oh! Crushed! Left field! Off the pole!
Domingo Bell, deep right center field, carrying, and it's gone.
That was hit hard. Left center field. Did she do it again? To the wall!
Swung on Bell to the deep left field. Is this baby gone? A grand slam!
Champion! The AAA World Series is over. What a line shot!
I can't believe my eyes.
The world's... Tonight is a battle of old money versus nouveau riche. Two of AAA's stalwarts clash to highlight their baseball prowess on the dime. Eddie and his sirloins have shown a steady hand to start the season. This AAA veteran is hungry for success. Under the lights tonight, they plan to fire up the grill. This former AA champ has taken great strides in their game. Just like the great horned owl, Brad is more than capable of taking down prey larger than themselves. Tonight, we discover which of these two is the hunter and the hunted. It is Eduardo and the Kansas City Sirloins battling BigOBrad and Godric's Hollow Owls. Welcome to AAA Match of the Week.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to another production here of the Cross-Platform Baseball League. Here in Season 21, we get to bring you another Match of the Week, and wow, that Urban was amazing. He went in tonight, so congrats, everybody, for getting to hear that one. That was exciting if you were here in time for that. We got Uni on the cast with me for an important matchup here in the AAA between BigOBrad and Eduardo, and these two at the top of the early season table really showing their stuff. I think this is an electric Match of the Week that everyone can get excited for. How are you doing, Uni?
Yeah, good. I feel like, League Office always tries to put similar skill levels together, and as the season gets deeper and deeper, a lot of times things change, and sometimes the matchups can get, a little bit lopsided, but I think both of these guys are right there neck and neck in terms of talent. One's the savvy vet, and one's in his second year in the AAA, but is just as high up there in the standings. So I think this is going to be, back and forth, really close split type of matchup.
Yeah, as you stated, in the keys below us, and as we've kind of already alluded to, both of these players have played towards the top of the table, and things like their pitching and their hitting, their run differential, all have contributed to that. So, as it stands tonight under the bright lights of prime time, I think this is really where a lot of people are going to get their first view and picture of how these two have really put together their game in the season 21, and they couldn't really be more different, even though they have similarities. Whereas Eduardo, a deep AAA veteran, over 10 seasons in the AAA played, and Brad's still very green, in his career overall. So you want to walk us through those real quick?
Yeah, I'll do my best. I was surprised looking through the stats. I mean, the Sirloins are known as a good pitcher in the AAA. They find themselves in the bottom tier in terms of runs allowed, usually under 4, under 5 or so. But this year they've got a 3.5 runs allowed, which is good for second in the AAA. And then number 1 in the AAA, you expect somebody like Spliff Star, Rise and Fall, those type of players that are veterans and have been here and pitched extremely well. Fries, the newbie, is really pitched well lately, but BigOBrad is sitting at a 2 ERA right now, which is almost half of the Sirloins in second place in the league. BigOBrad has figured something out on the pitching side and has a big leg up for the Von Asem right now, and it's not a fluke. He's played 14 games with a decent strength of schedule, so the pitching aspect of this game is going to be interesting because both guys can hit, but they're the top 2 pitchers in the AAA right now. So how is that going to pan out over the course of the set tonight? Then that run differential goes hand in hand with that. They've both got over a 2-run per game run differential, which is good for top 5, and that makes sense because they're both top 5 in the standings. And then that last point, underrated. I feel like, when league office put this together, they thought, let's put a couple of, middle tier type of AAA teams. Eduardo's got a lot of history, but the last couple of seasons have been closer to the middle. BigOBrad closer to the middle last season. And now all of a sudden we're getting the treat of 2 top 5 players. And I don't know if that was expected. I think they might have been a little underrated. And now as the season's progressed, it looks like the Sirloins and the Owls are up there and into discussion for best player in the AAA right now.
Yeah, a lot to prove here under the primetime lights. Brad also self-proclaimed part of the newly formed meat review committee. So we'll see if, his eye has become any more keen as he goes up against possibly his biggest bandit, the biggest meat bandit that the XBL has to offer, which would be Eduardo. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go into the music here, but I do want to flash to the Pick'em screen. Pick'em for this week has 2 match of the week. We got Brad and the Sirloins tonight as our focus, and we will see XBL at 9 p.m. where we'll get to go over those picks there. But for now, we have a good look here at a lot of calls for a split. Mama Junjun all the way on the left, picking Brad for the sweep all by himself. Me and Sham on the right for Eduardo, but Miss Hummus, yourself, Zlat Knox, all parked in the split category. So can you speak on their behalf and yourself?
Yeah, I think this graphic displays perfectly how up in the air this matchup can go and how close these two are skill level wise. That's probably the most spread out picks we've had on any one game this week. I would be over there with MJ. I do think BigOBrad is a better player right now, but there's been rumors and murmurs that BigOBrad is not a under the lights big time performer. He proved that wrong in the AA when he won big games, but I've been hearing that from some of his buddies, so I changed mine to a split. So we'll see if BigOBrad has that clutch gene or not. We know the Sirloins have been here plenty of times.
Yeah, a lot of plaudits in the chat for, the level of Brad's pitching. Some saying Mama Junjun knows ball. Myself and Sham, Eduardo got the better tendencies. I mean, yeah, also everybody who's picking sweeps is probably hurting for some points as the standings are pretty much swung in Ox favor right now for the pick'em standings. So a lot of fun here to get to do this. We'll see who gets to be right. A lot of people, again, parked in the split for this category. But without further ado, folks, we do have these on pre-record, so we're going to step away real quick, get the games going for you, and we'll be bringing you game 1 action here very shortly. Hang tight. All right, folks, here we go. Loading into game one here and getting started. We are at Powell Point. We do not have audio for this game on the pre-record as it's stated in the recording from Brad. So we're going to bring this one to you with a little bit of background music in addition to our commentary. As we see the first out of the game, a quick ground out. Eduardo, the away team here, he's taken care of.
Yeah, interested to see the build on BigOBrad's defense. You can tell right here he's got an extremely strong ace starter with a 5-pitch arsenal. But a lot of times to have the top ERA in the league and be up there with a split start, you've got to have really good fielding behind you. So I'm interested to see these builds. We got a bloop over on the left side. That's typical Sirloins baseball. A contact swinger, pure contact, I believe the Sirloins are. That's kind of what he's known for. After all these years, it's worked for him, but it does have limitations.
Sorry about that, adjusting some volume on the background. And we've got another hit up the middle from Eduardo, getting 2 runners on with 1 down here. And like you said, this is kind of what he does. Sets the table, gets a few dinks and a few dunks, and then he tries to, get a big dagger hit with a player like Stanza or Wiggins, a lone ballo oftentimes at the top of his order. So let's see what he can do here. The 0-1 pitch on the ground, second baseman can pick it up. Everyone moves up a base. Now Eduardo needs a hit. Turn it down a little bit. I got you.
Eduardo, an aggressive swinger early in counts. You see him swing right there on 2 pitches outside the zone early in a count, and BigOBrad gets the favor and now gets to walk away from the jam in the first inning. Ed also an aggressive pitcher, very fast-paced pitcher and aggressive batter, so that can throw sometimes some people off if they're not used to it.
Al Jolson starts things off for Brad. Takes one right on the edge. Good strike from Eduardo. And now Woody Hoover digs in against Manny Banuelos. This is the confirmed ace for Eduardo's team. But this time he leaves one over the plate. It's crushed deep to left center field. And that's going to bounce off the short fence out there. Easily extra bases. Thinking about third is Brad. He's going to turn back to second, thinking better of it. So a 1-out double brings up Hedwig Potter. And this is a big moment for Brad's team to try and break the game open.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a ton of base activity on both sides. So I don't know if the score is going to reflect that because they're such high-level pitchers, but both of these guys are able to get contact consistently and are able to catch up to fastballs. So I think it's going to be a heavy base activity game. How are you going to manage that?
1-2 pitch. Hedwig lifts it left field. Eduardo on his horse has to go get it. Makes a quick grab with Perez. And that's easily taken care of for out number 2. And now Clockwork wants to try and knock the runner and has to get a hit. RBI Hero is engaged against Banuelos. It goes up the middle and it's caught off the end of the bat. And we go to the second inning. Runner left on base. And Preston Adonimus will lead things off. It is Rowlett, the starter for Brad. Rowlett, a popular Pokemon, if you don't already know that, I believe from one of the newer ones, newfangled Pokemon.
That's that yellow one with the zigzag?
No, not quite. That one hit on the ground to third is a quick ground ball for the first out of the inning. And this is, I think it's a Daddy Perez or Diddy Perez. I don't know if it's a Diddy. Eduardo's going to have to get a roster
Diddy
check.
on anything anymore.
Yeah. This one's swung on. Lifted to center field. Potter makes a quick grab. And there is the second inning. So Eduardo taken care of quickly, which at times can be a big part of his game too. He goes through innings somewhat quickly. So that's something Brad can take advantage of as he hits one hard out to right center field. It's going to be down. Thinking of extra bases, he's going to just stay at first. So a leadoff single.
Yeah, Brad can be an aggressive swinger just like Eduardo. It could bode well for him the way Ed likes to pitch aggressively. BigOBrad sometimes is going to probably get away with that aggressive style of batting, and he's got much more of a long ball threat than the Sirloins do across his lineup.
Ooh, that one, a bit of a hanging breaking ball, but not swung on well by Brad. Popped up to the pitcher where Banuelos makes a good grab. Long claw. Takes a step into the batter's box. Lefty on lefty. Runner still at first. One down here. Swings underneath it for strike number 1. And now the 0-1 pitch. is swung on left center. It's going to get down over the jumping Wiggins. First to third goes Brad, and here comes the trailing runner to second. Heads up baseball, puts them both in scoring position with 1 out.
Yeah, that's high level base running right there off of a really high level hit that he pushed opposite field.
But Eduardo trying to go with the baseball like he play as well, walking the 8-hole hitter, bringing up the pitcher, and trying to search for a double play. Shallow outfield, halfway infield. 1-1 pitch, upcoming from Banuelos, lefty on lefty. Swung on, liner, caught by the first baseman. Everybody has to go back. So Eduardo with 2 down here can get out of things if he's able to get Al Jolson out. But Jolson turns over the lineup, off-speed hitter as well. Swings at 1 up the middle. That'll score 1, maybe even 2. The throw from Perez coming in. Is it in time?
Base jogger.
Yes, he's out. Good throw from Eduardo.
Rounded with the base jogger. Just killed an opportunity. He might not get too many of those against Ed to have the bases loaded.
So Eduardo probably thankful to come away with just 1 run. Swings at 1, hits it on the ground. Second base taken care of quickly. Long claw eats that one up. There's 1 out, and Hammer Longbalo will dig in. That was the pitcher who just batted. So Longbalo, top of the order, sees the curveball, hits it hard up the middle, picked again. Gahuli. I think that's what that says. Gahuli. So the second baseman easily takes care of it. Now Catstanza at the plate. Catstanza with off-speed hitter looking for something to hit. In the middle of the plate, gets it, swings hard. Center field, Potter makes the grab. And there is the top of the third. We're going to the bottom half where Woody Hoover will lead things off for the Godric's Hollow Owls.
Despite all the base activity that the Owls have produced so far, that's only the 21st pitch for the starter on the mound. That just shows how aggressive the pitching and how aggressive the swinging is right now.
Popped up off the hand, sliding. Perez makes the grab.
Oh, it's not Diddy, it's Dottie. We'll have
Dottie
no Diddy
Perez.
party tonight.
Dottie party instead we got going on out there in center field after a great catch. Clockwork takes one right at the letters. In a 1-1 pitch. Ooh, hit hard by Brad through the hole between short and third. Will be a 2-out single. Put some decent legs over at first for the Midnight Screech right fielder. Bad ball hitter. Swings at 1, hits it. Second base on a line, caught by Lloyd Cook though. And that'll add the third. We're going to the top of the fourth. Still 1-0 Owls.
He had that BBH on a 30 power batter, which is interesting.
It's cheap.
Definitely cheap, yeah. I mean, I'm not a believer in anything under 50 power anymore after a couple of seasons of trying that. I'm surprised to see anyone using it under 50 power. Cheaper, but I don't necessarily think it is advantageous. It's kind of worth it to pay the big bucks.
We'll have to check it back in with Brad at the end of the season and see if it pays off for him in his AAA ventures, or if he's going to be wishing he wasn't lacking so much when it comes time to
Needs more girth on that bat.
Yeah, more girth on the bat. Oftentimes that's the case, that a lack of girth causes poor play on the field. A 2-1 to Eduardo here, takes one right on the edge. And a 2-2 pitch fouled straight back, brings it Boomer platoon to a good count here, looking for something to hit. He floats it though. Third baseman makes the grab, easily taken care of, and we're going to the bottom of the fourth. Brad been hitting the ball a little bit more square so far than Eduardo. He's going to be trying to build on that success. Eduardo providing too many quick innings.
Yeah, I do think Brad's looking better at the plate early on. Both are reaching, but Brad is not reaching as bad. And like you said, he's definitely reticuling the ball up better right now. Just one advantage off rip going into every game as well is that normally Ed is the contact swinger and the other guy is going to be power swinging. That, as much as contact has worked for Ed in the past, it's a little bit of a handicap in my opinion.
This one popped straight up behind the plate. Easily caught for out number 3. So Brad has a quick inning himself there in the bottom of the 4th. We're going to the 5th, 6, 7, 8 coming up for the Sirloins. Rowlett still pitching here for the Owls. Easy outside pitch, locked in. The starter here, 37 pitches upcoming here, so also really low pitch count. Eduardo steps into one though to center field. Potter has to take a step back, make a catch, and it brings up Dottie Perez.
Dottie Perez isn't someone that he's had, is it? This is a new player for him?
I think he's changing the names of a few of his players, yeah.
Wow! Big round of applause for Eduardo. He found the
Really
customization
digging in,
screen.
yeah, really digging into the customization as we've seen him.
Who said passion is dead?
At least he's might be up to 5 players on his team that he's not customized. This one hit over to shortstop on a line, easily caught, and we're going to the bottom of the 5th. Eduardo taken care of again quickly. Still 1-0. Pitcher at the plate for Brad, off the hands. Ooh, picked up by Benuelos. Good fielding. We see him take care of that for out number 1. Bringing up Jolson for his 3rd at bat. Al Jolson, kind of sitting inside, goes to the outside, makes a big swing and misses. Now it's a 1-1 pitch. Swings and fouls it away. 1-2 behind in the count. Eduardo is going to be looking for a strikeout here. Ball misses high. 2-2. And Brad works it full. Let's see what he can do here. Off the hands, shortstop Wiggins makes the grab. 2 down here for Woody Hoover.
Looking like one of those games where we're not going to see a single walk unless it's intentional. Both of these guys really scratching and clawing in a low-scoring game that they're not used to because they are good hitters. You can just tell the urgency they feel like they want to put runs on the board. So tough against both of these pitchers, though.
Hoover off the hands. Diving play by Wiggins. Makes the grab easily. Ends the inning for the Sirloins. But Eduardo makes it look easy, I mean. But those are difficult plays, as we know. We've got Mick Steele digging in. Benuelos going to get lifted here. Eduardo feeling the pressure, like you said, trying to get some runners on base. And Mick Steele with first pitch swinging, sends it up the middle for a single. Brings up Hammerlong Ballo. Hammerlong Ballo going to wait for the pinch hitter here to dig in. It is Javier Cortez. And that might be a stealer. No, he's got Distractor over there.
If he doesn't get a double play here, it's going to be so hard to keep Ed from scoring. He's really good at just small balling a run across in moments like this.
Oh, but he's looking there, and it's out number 1. Just caught. Frozen. Got his knees locked up. Maybe thinking about running. Let's see if he gets a strike with Stanza now. Off speed. Swung on up the middle. Could it be a double play? On to second. Throw over to first in time. That ends the top of the 6th. So Brad preserving his lead, pitching well, keeping Eduardo off balance. We're going to the bottom of the 6th inning where Potter, the 3-hole hitter, takes a shot at Linus Digby. Linus Digby's first pitch sent center field. Way back there. It is gone over the short center field wall. Eduardo jumps but can't get it. And that is a solo shot. Makes the lead 2-0.
Just the last 3 or 4 at-bats going both ways. Brad is just, that's something that entails more than you think. The way he was able to limit Eduardo by getting the double play, something that Eduardo is really good at, pushing that leadoff runner around the bases. He gets out of it, and then he delivers with a solo shot right after. That's kind of Brad making a statement here on Match of the Week that he is a threat in the AAA.
Reverse splits, doesn't matter on that hitter. Ends up getting a single with 1 down here for Shadow U. Righty Digby already getting beat up. 5th pitch. Gave up the home run. Runner on first. 1 down. Brad picking up quickly on Eduardo here. This one out in front of long ball. I'm going to have to play. It's a base hit. 2 on with 1 out still. Long claw at the plate. Power versus righties. The reverse splits and elite changeup are engaged. This one's popped up. Should be playable for Eduardo this time. Long ball underneath of it. Runners stay where they are. There's 2 down. Still only down 2-0 is Eduardo. You know, we've seen him pick up a couple of runs, take a big swing here and there. He's just got to slow down his at-bats when it gets to his half of the inning. But can he take care of Brad here? This one on the ground to short. Wiggins, throw to first. He does. Going to the 7th now.
Linus Digby, the well-known sirloin reliever, him and Sabrina Perez have been carrying that team for seasons and seasons. He comes in right there and immediately gets a shutout inning after that solo shot. Looks like he might have to be weary of the curveball, but besides that, Linus Digby, a really tough pitcher to hit in the hands of Ed.
This one popped. Ooh, caught by Brad. If it wasn't, that was going to be dangerous. But there's quickly 2 down. Eduardo still can't find anything at the plate. This one hit right at you. It's caught. And we're going to the bottom of the 7th inning, Brad. Another chance to hit. 9-1-2 coming up. These two playing quickly. This is a classic Eduardo game, as you might think. Or some of you may already know.
Yeah, definitely a classic Eduardo game.
The only thing
and even with
that
3
you can't
hits,
see is from Eduardo on Match of the Week, I was just going to say, is he can't stop in the middle for you know, games 1 and 2 and split them up days apart. He's got to do them both at the same session.
this is, you know, one of those games as well where Eduardo does nothing for 6 or 7 innings, and then all of a sudden in the 8th or the 9th inning, he just dinks a couple of shallow outfield hits, and then Cat Stanza comes up and hits one deep into the outfield, and all of a sudden he's up 3-2. Sirloins are not out of this at all.
Diving Cat Stanza makes a quick recovery and play. There is 2 down. Just like you said, it could be Eduardo still comes out on top. He has a propensity to get things going in bunches, but it's going to have to be, you know, in the late innings here, and we'll see if the mounting pressure is too much or not from Brad as he gets another runner on with 2 outs. This one swung on hard. Lloyd Cook picks it, throws it to first, and that will end the 7th. 6 outs remain. Sirloin's only 3 hits. Kind of at a loss in this game.
Full game against a veteran. There's always something in their sleeve at the end of a game, and here he starts it off.
It is the Donimus who takes a quick swing out into left field. Bringing up Dottie Perez. The ace exterminator is not engaged currently. Rowlett with the 1.07 ERA, wanting to preserve it this season. Making really good pitches.
50-something pitches, bro. We're in the 8th inning. He's got not even 60.
Eduardo works the 3-0. 3-0 becomes 3-1. Takes a strike. Now the pitch. 3-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. It's a full count. Runners at first. The cutter. Fouled away. We'll do it all over again. 3-2 full count. Gets him looking. Good strikeout from Brad.
Sirloin's off their game. They got the meatiest of meat pitches from the head of the meat review committee, and they just pop it up. That was their chance.
Eduardo hits it straight up the middle. Gets another runner on here. Tying runner is at first base. Bringing up.
You know who's coming in here to pinch hit?
Digby. It's got to be Filet Jones.
Filet Jones or Max Steele or whatever his name is.
Steele
Depends
came
which
in
hand that he
earlier.
wants. Okay.
Oh,
where's Filet?
Madoka Hayata comes in here. Runners do go. She swings. So now it's a 0-2. Fouled away again. Dicey pitch. We reset the 0-2 pitch. Swung on. Flipped over to third. Good catch from Brad. 2 down. Hammer Longballo at the plate. Big moment here in the game. Big swing upcoming.
459 average. He needs that here.
Takes 2 good pitches there. Brad can't find the zone. It's a 3-0. Longballo's walked.
Here comes Cat. I said it earlier. He finds a way to get Cat to the plate. And now, look at it. Cat's at the plate.
And she is clutch right now. The pitch to Stanza, swung on up the middle. Ooh, diving play from Brad. He throws it to first. It's in time. It's in time.
Wow.
Oh my. Metalhead on his side. I thought that was bouncing off the glove. I'm not going to lie.
It looked like one of those moments that it would, didn't it?
It did.
Wow.
He hit that hard. Flipped out to left center over the glove of Wiggins. It's going to be a base hit to start the bottom of the 8th for Brad. He wants more insurance.
Magic hands on the second baseman, they're saying. It might have made all the difference right there. That is my favorite position to put it at.
That is
Magic
that is
hands
the
at
spot
second.
where it tends to end up. An easy second trait to put on a fielder who sees a lot of the ball. This one over to short onto second. Not in time for a double play. Eduardo unable to turn that one. So difficult play. Leaves a fielder's choice and a runner at first. We've got Sabrina Perez in the game. Her fourth pitch now upcoming. Swung on to second. Let's see if the double play turns this time. On to second, over to first. Easy 4-6-3 double play. Eduardo 3 outs away from getting beat on match of the week in game 1. Let's see if Brad can take this victory.
Hit well last inning, and the starter's going to drain. You got to have a quick leash, even though he's had such a good performance. Can't risk it in the 9th against someone like Ed. If there's a base runner on, I'm pulling him.
He does pop it up with Lloyd Cook. Unable to get anything going there. And then this one hit up the middle. He gets a 1-out single, so Eduardo brings the tying run to the plate in the 9th inning now. And it is Boomer platoon with power versus lefties and contact versus lefties going up against the starter still. So everything is engaged. 1-0 pitch, a strike on the outside. Now we reset again. Good check swing. Eduardo pops it up. Left field, Brad makes the grab with Hoover.
Is that right field imperil point that he loves so much going to come into effect here?
Anonymous takes the strike. Last chance for the Sirloins here in game 1. Ball inside. The 1-2 flipped out into left field. It's going to get down. That's a single and puts the tying run at first. 2 on for Perez. Big Dottie here.
Great pitch, better hit.
Is this the moment where Eduardo pulls something off? Or can Brad put it away for the victory? 89th pitch from Rowlett. It is 3-0. Eduardo walks. Base is now full.
Got to sub this pitcher out. Sprinter
This is
bunner.
the left fielder sprinter bunner, Amy Perez. She is going to get lifted.
Oh, he beat him to the substitution. If Ed would have waited a second, Brad was about to sub and get the handedness advantage. Now it looks like he's too eager and he might be at a disadvantage. Oh, he doesn't pull it. Ends up with the advantage anyways. It's righty on lefty.
Hoot hoot, rally stopper. Base is juiced. Eduardo takes a ball high. The 1-0 pitch swung on the ground to second. Picked up by Brad. Throws it to first. Takes care of the Sirloins. They get shut out by the Owls in a 2-0 victory. Nicely done. Nicely played by Brad there. Good game 1.
Yeah, awesome job by Brad. You can see why his ERA now is probably dipping under 2. Just time and time again, 3 or 4 times that game, got out of jams. And Eduardo had opportunities, but Brad showed that he's able to win those tight games. He made plays when he had to. Awesome performance from Brad.
Yeah, great game 1. Good match of the week performance from both teams. Eduardo really obviously wanted to score some runs, but he made it dramatic, at least at the end for us. But it was really Brad who got all the praise there and really pitched very well. We'll see if game 2's got more of the same story or if Eduardo can come away with the split. Hang tight, folks, and we'll be back with you in just a few moments.
Alrighty, welcome in, folks, for game 2. We're switching up the play-by-play in color. Got to call out real quick that we do have audio on this game, but there's a ticker capture from Brad's stream, so apologies that we don't have the official match of the week ticker headlines up, but
We do.
it'll be okay.
I could maximize
Oh, we do?
I could do both, or I can maximize it.
Whatever you want. Either way, it's going to have Verizon fall on the left.
Yeah, we'll just go with Brad's full screen.
But it's going to be a double peril point match of the week here, as the Sirloin's known for playing peril. I was surprised to see Brad there, and now starts off very first pitch swinging. BigOBrad's laced a single up the middle.
Yeah, we saw really good pitching from Brad in the last game. Eduardo, you know, a good pitcher himself. He only gave up the 2 runs, but he's going to want to do better on the offensive end.
Similar starter here from Manny. Bugsy Snuggs practically the same, just has a forkball instead of the changeup. This pitcher caused, you know, plenty of fits for BigOBrad. He only won 2-0, and that starter ran 8 2/3 innings. So he hammers this one though deep to the outfield. Doesn't look like it's going to be far enough. Dying at the warning track there for the first out. Here on our game 2 of AAA match of the week. We've got XBL match of the week coming up right after this. It'll be Zlat and Misto in the booth for that one.
Yeah, that's a big game between Sham and Teflon Don Lemon. So 2 players who are really trying to stake their claim in what's kind of a up for grabs XBL, you know, barring the presence of the usual Lazy at the top. But he's been proven, you know, as we know, beatable in the past few seasons. Big shot out there to center. Brad's still trying to make some noise in the first inning here.
Yeah, some good swings so far deep to the outfield. Just too good of location, and location kind of rules all in this game if you're able to consistently hit corners, and Eduardo does that. That's why it's so hard to score on him. That one blooped out left field, should be able to get there easily. Amy Perez. So leadoff hit on the first pitch turns into nothing. Runner stays stranded on first, and it's going to be Hammer Lombalo leading off for the Sirloins. On the hill for BigOBrad, a completely different build. Had all that velo and junk in the last one. Now going with that cheesy meta. A little bit higher velo than you normally see on a pitcher like this, but still no junk and really low accuracy. Elite 4-seam. Wow. Interesting build on the starter, and an incredible catch.
That was huge swing from Eduardo. What a play.
Edwig Potter, the star center fielder out there robs a leadoff double, possible triple from Hammer Lombalo. Now it's Cat stands up to the plate. It was up with the bases loaded, and that last one just could not deliver. She would like to right that wrong here in game 2. Starts off with a leadoff single. I'm sorry, a 1-out single.
Yeah, top of Eduardo's order was looking pretty quiet, pretty sore last game, so we'll see if he can wake them up. That's what he needs if he's going to win this one.
Yeah, this is a pitcher build right here. This starter with the Elite 4-seam and, you know, mid to low junk. This is someone that throws off players like an Elron, someone that's a pure power hitter. Against someone like Eduardo, this starting pitcher's really not going to cause him many fits, I think. I think it's going to be, you know, a higher scoring game. I don't think Eduardo is going to be held down with this starter on the mound. But it's a strike up top on the first pitch, another strike up top on the second one, and it's popped out to left field. 2 runners stay on base, and 2 outs now for Boomer Platoon. And a big spot here early as Eduardo looks to get his first runs on match of the week. Swings on the changeup low down at the knees, put away by the second baseman. For the third out, 0 on both sides as we go into the second.
Yeah, Eduardo kicking himself. Can't really square one up.
Midnight Screech, the 30 power BBH, puts a hammer on one. And once again to the outfield, Perez out there already got 4 or 5 putaways. I guess it has to be 4. Another one up the middle. Brad hitting everything center right now.
Yeah, it's good
that just
timing
means
from
he's used
Brad.
to this timing. Yeah, exactly. The same starter back-to-back games. This timing is probably feeling pretty comfortable right now for Brad. But the Sirloins are somebody that has a quick leash on their starters. Looking at a little bit of a substitution timer here. Maybe he was experiencing lag. We did say these are pre-recorded, so nothing too egregious is going to happen. On call Claw with power versus righties engaged. Swings at a strike up top. Crossed up on this pitcher. See if that comes into effect in this game at any point. Good pitch on the corner, 2-1. I'm sorry, 1-2. Pushed over to third base. Going to be a double play ball on to second. Lloyd Cook sends it over to stands at first. It's another 0. You can tell these two know how to sequence with the amount of infield ground balls they've been producing so far through 2 games. That's really a sequencing thing as well as a location thing. Good pitch on the corner, good swing, and an early dive still pays off. Al at shortstop. 2 diving plays already from the Owls.
And we gotta ask Brad, is he a believer of the big defense conspiracy, or is he paying up? Because he's made a few really good plays in both of these games, especially here in early game 2.
Yeah, fielding has not hurt the Owls yet on a lot of plays. That was a good hit to right field from Eduardo. First pitch swinging. Now Amy Perez up to the plate. Pushes this one to shortstop for an easy ground out play. The way these two are pitching could be in for another low scoring game. I know I said that starter that BigOBrad has is not going to necessarily cause fits for the Sirloins, but the way he's pitched this season, if anyone can do it, it's him.
Classic Eduardo baseball is quick, quick 20, 30-minute games at the most, really fast half innings. Starters going a long time with low pitch counts.
Yeah, he's been doing it for like 5 years.
Longer than that.
Curveball finds his own there, 2-2 up top. Gahul at the plate, the second baseman. Swings at a curveball way up top, fouls it off 2-2. 23rd pitch on the way. Another curveball up top, 3 straight. He's able to get the put away.
He's not able to really square it up as well as he wants to there. I think Eduardo, finding some better location than he was with Snugs last game. He was being a little bit less tight with his location.
Another pause screen momentarily, and now the pitcher up to the plate, Dark Ricks. Snugs a heavy dose to the curveball right now. Outfield is shallow. It has been for the last 2 at-bats, and we see another curve. And another curve, 3-1. There's the fastball. Full count now. We'll see what pitch he goes to here. Outfield is out at normal. He throws the forkball. It's up top and swung on. Lloyd Cook able to corral it and on to first for the second out.
It's a good diving play by Lloyd Cook there. Granted, it is against the pitcher running and things of that nature, but you've got to make that play. You got to make sure it doesn't bounce off the glove.
Snug's already locked in now. 31st pitch right there. Never got locked in that last starter that Eduardo had. He gave up the runs early in the game. Now he loses his locked in mojo just like that after 1 at bat, and the hitter gets his mojo up. A little bit of a trade-off there. Woody Hoover at the plate with a lot of good speed on first.
Yeah, it's just a tough play to make. Eduardo with another good dive. But we're at the top of Brad's order, so there's a ton of good speed, ton of good hitters. Just start being really careful here with Snugs.
Fastball well located on the corner, 2-1. Another one really attacking that up and in corner, and he's hitting his spot, 2-2. That one inside, full count. Good patience here from Brad. Curveball hammered left field. He's not able to get there. It hits the ground. Runner stays at second, so a possible 2-out rally here. We have yet to see a long ball except for that. I guess we saw that one solo shot last game, but BigOBrad, somebody that does have power in his arsenal, hits another one over there, and the bases are going to be loaded. Snugs in a jam here with clockwork. Look at all that. RBI, hero, and contact versus righties. Do we see a reliever come in? Ed's somebody that will go to that pin early, but Snugs is strong. He's considering, and he does. It's Linus Digby with the reverse splits. Fastball up top, swung on first pitch. Brad was ready for it. He's able to get a 2 RBI single out of it, retreating the runner to second. And once again, just like last game, the Owls take an early 2-0 lead, and they've still got room to work with here as the bad ball hitter's at the plate.
Yeah, with 2 down, that's really good baseball from Brad. Just had to keep things moving all around the base paths. He's doing a good job of still doing that. He's going to challenge to the plate again here, but he knows better than in game 1 where he got thrown out. So
Right.
He's going to keep those bases loaded for the next hitter and still looking really dangerous.
Nearly an identical situation to last game. Now swings inside. Luckily, it goes foul. It's an 0-1 count. Bases are loaded for a good hitter at the plate. It's a curveball swung on. He finds himself in an 0-2 count now. Eduardo trying to limit the damage, stop the bleeding, and he is going to get the ball over to short. Wheeler Wiggins puts it away. 2 runs come across, 3 runners left stranded. 7 hits already for the Owls as they look dangerous here in game 2. Sterling's look to get their bats woken up like they did at the end of game 1. It's Linus Digby at the plate, already tense, who had just come in. Always hurts when you sub in a reliever early and get beat up like that. It's going to be a game of bullpen management now for the Sirloins rest of the way. Curveball misplaced over the zone. One count, fastball. Going to be in the zone. Swung on. Good hit there from Digby. That should help his mojo to get back to neutral, and a good piece of hitting from Head.
Yeah, now top of the order, too. He's going to be looking for mistake pitches. Brad doesn't throw very many of those, so with no outs, Eduardo going to have to be patient.
Yeah, the stars on this Sirloins lineup is who felt like they performed the quietest in the last game. Is Lombalo going to have his moment here? He finds himself in a 1-2 count, gets a low changeup, now 2-2, displaying a good eye. He's going to see another changeup. This one's in the zone. Swung on, back towards right field. Screech is able to get there, but it hits the dirt. And he can't get the leadoff runner, so Eduardo gets a break. And that might be all he needs as Costanza steps up to the plate with 2 on, no outs. Off-speed hitter.
Not mistakes you want to be making against the top of Eduardo's order.
It's this one deep to center field. It's going to be enough to move the runner up to third, but the double play ball is still going to be in the picture. Lloyd Cook, a strong batter with double traits activated, almost swings the first pitch up top. Well located on the corner there from Brad. Change up low, and he gets him to swing, but it's off of the pitcher's foot. We talked about that fielding from Brad so far. And finally, the RNG shows up, and the Sirloins have their first run of the match of the week.
Wow, what a way to get it, too. That one really kicked away from Brad there, off in an odd direction. And he has to do anything not to give up a hit here to a very dangerous Willard Wiggins.
How aggressive are you going to pitch to this batter? He does give him a pitch to hit, and he pays it off as it's an RBI single. And just like that, the Sirloins tie the game. It's 2-2.
And there's Eduardo punching back. Couldn't do it in game 1, but here he's doing it early in game 2. So it feels like things could still have, yet to be discovered as far as the Sirloins in their offense goes.
Carter tense on the mound. Didn't really see the bullpen for Brad in the last game. Likely to see it here as we've got another floated hit up there. No shallow outfield against Ed. Will produce a lot of those as he bloops back-to-back hits and gets another run. He takes the lead for the first time here on Match of the Week. This is Sirloin baseball. When you think he's got nothing going after scoring no runs in the first, here he is coming alive with a 3-run inning here and a chance for more with 2 outs, 2 runners on for Dottie Perez. Looks at a fastball low. Looks at a fastball outside. 2-0 count. This pitcher draining. They're tense. It's a hit and run. And he's out. Eduardo gets a little aggressive there trying to get crafty. I don't hate the decision as he puts up 3, takes the lead, and a loud inning there for both teams. We see 2 runs and 3 runs come across in a 5-run inning. We're into the top of the 4th. This one swung on once again up the middle.
Brad making good contact. It still worries me the amount of solid contact that he's making.
Oh, that one's meat, but misreticle. I think it was such a middle pitch that it threw Brad off. That no doubt that can happen. Now he looks to pull the starter. He's going to bring in the pinch perfect first pitch slayer, Pond Vortex. Does Linus Digby give him a first pitch to hit? He doesn't. It's outside. This one swung on a possible double play ball, but he knocks it down. A double play written all over it. Ends up advancing the runner and only getting one out. Now Al Johnson up to the plate. Swings on one hard, but Wiggins is there. He's able to get out of the inning cleanly. Linus Digby, after giving up a couple in the last inning that he inherited, gives up 0 there. Now can the Sirloins put more runs up on the board after a hot inning in the third?
It's pretty good defense from Eduardo. A lot of people might collapse a little bit after that hits the pitcher and not get any out at all. So he kept that inning moving.
Digby with a 467 average on the season. Becky Smalls comes in, the first relief pitcher we've seen for Brad and the Owls. Looks like a very strong build with a ton of velo. Huge switch up from that starter. This is more the type of velo that bothered the Sirloins in the last game. Good eye there, though, on the cutter. This one's going to be in the zone, but it's 100 miles an hour, and it blows by him.
Both teams really early into their bullpen for a game 2 of just a regular season series, you know, in the 4th inning already.
I think both teams have some of the stronger bullpens in the league from what I saw, so both teams are able to manage a game like this. This one way low and in the dirt. 2-1 count, a good eye there. 3-1 count to long ball of the fastball hitter. He gets a fastball and a great eye there from the Sirloins as they're able to get the walk. And Cat stands up to the plate again with 6 home runs on the season. This is the long ball hitter for the Sirloins. Watches a strike on the outside edge. Gets a curveball in the zone. Swung on and hit well. It's over the shortstop's diving glove. It's 2-on. He advances to third on a missed throw from BigOBrad. And just like that, the Sirloins, they scored all their runs with 2 outs in the last inning. They're looking to do it again. Lloyd Cook at the plate.
It's a baseball from Eduardo using that speed from long baller to get all the way to third, but swings at one on the edge of the zone again. He can be fooled.
Yep, that cutter with a lot of velo bothered the Sirloins in the last game. Ed flies out there on a similar pitch. So 2 runners are stranded and the Owls are back up to the plate in another relatively quick game as we're into the 5th inning. And there's the first out and an injury running down the first baseline. What is it? Pretty bad. Does it say what his injury is? Guess not.
It says pulled
hammy. Oh no.
It's tough.
Decides to leave him in though, so must not have a great sub. That is one of the best players on his team. One of the top end of his order players as well. It's going to come into effect in a close game like this. Always tough when you lose your 2 or 3 hitter.
Yeah, the injury is one thing that you really can't do a lot about, as we know.
Swung on well from Hedwig. Another one towards center field. BigOBrad, all of his hits coming from center field. We've yet to see a long ball in this game from the Owls. Clockwork can do it. He's got contact versus righties. He has RBI hero. I wonder if we'll see a steal. We don't. He hits another one laced up through center field. There's 2 runners on now, and Digby in a little bit of a jam here again with just 1 out. Reverse splits carrying him as Midnight Screech is losing a lot of stats. Good pitch on the inside, and it's caught by Cook. He gets back in time to second. Eduardo with perfect location there to prevent anything loud off the bat. Now he pushes one to right field. BigOBrad fouls it off. This one inside gets him chasing, has himself an 0-2 count here at the plate. Change up is low, 1-2. Digby looking to get one more strike and get out of this inning. This one's hit well left field. Once again, going to be put away by Perez. It feels like half of our innings have ended with an Amy Perez catch.
Yeah, just gets him swinging kind of inside off the plate. And, you know, Brad hits it well, but you can't do much with those that are off the plate. a lot of the time. So unable to get those runners moving, and then Eduardo unable to really square that one up nicely. That was a meatball.
Yeah, right down the middle, gets a little bit too under it. Boomer platoon up. The Owls still trailing by 1. Sirloin's looking to add runs to this lead. The bottom of the 5th, they have the advantage being the home team. They swing on this one well. They get a piece of Owl hitting as this one's put up to center field on a slow roller. Donnemus up with a 410 average and 16 RBIs on the season. Becky Smalls finally losing some stamina now with over 20 pitches. She locates that one well. A good swing over to deep center field. Potter's going to be able to catch it, and that's the second out.
We are seeing just really good location from Brad. He definitely has worked to improve his pitching game, and that's one of the things that's set him apart early in his AAA career, and definitely when he was in the AA as well. Just being, a higher level pitcher ahead of the game, just able to mitigate the damage. So let's see what he does with these 2 runners on after Eduardo gets another single here with 2 outs.
Yeah, third straight inning that Eduardo has got multiple 2-out hits. He finds himself in that situation yet again. It's a 1-1 count as he looks on one inside. Changeup is going to be low. It looks like it might get in the zone. It will, but an excellent location there, and that's blooped over to shortstop and put away. So back-to-back innings with 2 runners left stranded. 10 hits for each on the scoreboard, 2-3. A very tight affair in both games, just as we expected and just as we highlighted going into this game. Linus Digby still on the mound. 1-1 count with the low changeup. This one popped up, fastball, caught him off guard up at the hands.
Brad doesn't want to get too over-eager here, He wants the big match of the week split. Doesn't want to catch himself pressing too hard, because that'll play right into Eduardo's hands, He's going to throw around the edges. He's going to try and get those easy contact outs.
Yeah, it's somebody that is a really aggressive pitcher, but if he finds himself ahead in a close game, you will see him kind of tune that down a little bit and make you work for some hits. Becky Smalls likely getting pulled here as she's losing some stamina. Does have I think it's at an 800 average on the season, so probably a 4 for 5. But here comes Bill Barneswobble. Linus Digby gets some first pitch swinging. It's popped up. That inside chin high changeup has done a ton of damage so far as Eduardo once again is stymieing the offense of the Owls. Does Digby come out here? Eduardo usually is just going to leave a reliever in until he has to pull him. So he sets up to bat. It's a fastball low. It's hit on the ground and put away for the first out.
A little surprised he didn't pinch hit with either of his, big pinch hitters there, but yeah, definitely keeping the faith in Digby. Still a lot of ball game to go.
Yeah, I remember the first time I ever played Eduardo when I was in the AAA. He had either Digby or Sabrina Perez, and subbed him in like the second inning after I scored a couple, and he kept that pitcher in with 0 stamina, 0 stats for like 6 innings just because I couldn't score on it. He stays
tough
committed.
Error from Brad.
Yeah, bad throw from third base and not able to scoop it at first, so Lombala was able to get on base just like that. Stands up to the plate, a dangerous hitter, watches the first pitch. Now sees a changeup swung on. Stays in the air long enough. Now Lloyd Cook up in a big moment here with a chance to extend the Sirloins lead. This one over to the left side and caught by a Johnson or Jolson. And we're into the top of the 7th here on our AAA match of the week. Down to our final outs in a close game, just like you would expect. This one swung on well, but at the feet of Platoon. Here's the injured Woody Hoover. Still does have a decent bat. Swings on it first pitch. It gets just over the third baseman's head.
Injured player hits a ball over the third baseman for a hit out of the zone. That's SMB moment.
It's a close game. It's got to make it interesting with the RNG. Pressure bars at 3. Runner on first, so 1 out for Hedwig Potter. It's the heart of the lineup for the Owls. Digby still remains in. Digby finds himself in a 3-0 count. 40th pitch on the way. It's a curveball. It's swung on. It's going to be a double play ball from Wiggins to Cook on to Stanza, and just like that, Digby delivers again.
Erased. Eduardo keeping it savvy on the hill. Nicely pitched to contact. You got exactly what he was looking for there.
And now he laces one deep left field. Podwig's got it. Potter, I'm sorry, has to get on his horse. And he does. He's able to get it.
It's just really funny.
Changeup finds the low and outside corner. This one goes low for a ball, 1-1 count. This is a new reliever in the game I haven't mentioned yet. It's Hoot Hoot. The trademark signature phrase for BigOBrad and the Owls dating back to his AA championship days. Decent velo, low junk and low accuracy, and you see that accuracy come into play as he's got a walk. Preston Adonis up. The Sirloins been held scoreless for a few innings after scoring 3 in the third. Been quiet since. They've had base runners on every inning since, and now an early steal. He's off the bag. He doesn't slide. He doesn't need to.
What is going on?
I don't know what that is, and Brad doesn't either. Brad has to pause. Brad has to think about what just happened.
Never even seen that. This game never ceases to amaze us, folks. It's a beautiful display. Might as well throw one over for good measure real quick.
Glove went low for a tag, and the runner just steps over it. But look at that. Right after a double play ball, and he is safe. Oh, my.
Doesn't turn it quick enough.
Yeah, too slow. Roddy Perez at the plate. Swings that one inside. This is going to turn into a bloop, possibly. Ooh, if Hoover had his stats and wasn't hurt, he probably gets to that. And now Amy Perez, once again, 2 runners on 2 outs. This is the 3rd inning in a row of this situation. Swings on one deep center field. Potter back there is able to catch it. The lead remains at 1 as we're into the 8th inning here on our match of the week. Brad held scoreless for a few innings now, looking to come alive. He's got only 6 outs left to play with. That's a good swing, but once again, that chin music up towards the inside corner of that zone. That fastball has been killer so far, and Digby just keeps doing it.
Which part of the order still for Brad?
Midnight Screech gets a hit up through the middle of the infield yet again. 1 out, pressure bars at 3. Shadow U is up, who's tense. We have yet to see a successful steal, I believe, in this series tonight in a 1-run game. They think about risking it, but he hits another one up towards center field softly. And so with 1 out and 2 on, Digby might finally get pulled here as the Owls are threatening. Longclaw steps up. Digby probably coming out, and here's Sabrina Perez. So much velo difference. We'll see if Longclaw can adjust. Fastball perfectly located, low and away. This one inside, a good swing from Brad. He's not able to get there with Perez. He's going to round for home. It's going to be a play at the plate, and he's in time. The game is tied. BigOBrad delivering in the clutch against Sabrina Perez and all that velo. It's a tie game. Runners now bases loaded off an intentional walk. The reliever at the plate getting pulled here in a huge spot. Bases loaded in the 8th inning. Can BigOBrad deliver with 1 out? Perez trying to keep this game tied.
Girl for Eduardo makes a good play, but that's a really tough one to catch. Just kind of in no man's land.
This one inside, but he's going to get the blue. Logbalo can't get there. Back-to-back plays. The sliding outfield is not there in time, and 2-run score, and it's 5-3. That inside fastball has been killer, but now back-to-back bloops on that pitch, and the Sirloins are scrambling for an out.
That's a difficult one for Eduardo to stomach. I think we would all be just kicking ourselves there. There's not much more you can do. Throw a good pitch, get a good outcome, but your fielders just can't get there.
1-2 count, swinging down the line, just foul. Looking for a double play ball here is Perez, who is tense on the mound. This one inside. Does he go home? Does he go second? Does he go first? He goes to first. He's going to give up a run, and the runners are going to advance, and it's a 3-run lead now for BigOBrad and the Owls, and everything has changed here in the 8th.
And that's how quickly
All
this
one
game
there.
can just turn on its head, you know? SMB can really humble you.
Hedwig Potter, the best batter in this lineup, walks up, hammers one left field. It's foul. 2-1 hitters count here. Swings at one outside. It's a good swing, but Lloyd Cook, a good dive. And just like that, he's put away. Eduardo now looking to figure out how to score 3 runs. He's been held scoreless since the 3rd inning. BigOBrad, what an excellent job there in the clutch to put up 4. The Sirloins have to answer.
And he's got limited time to do it now. Well, it's starting to feel a lot more like game 1 now.
There's McSteele. I never saw him go in last game, but here he is this game.
Came in super early for a pinch hit last game. Super early.
Rally starter and pinch perfect. Look at those stats. He finds himself in a 2-2 count. The K collecting closer is on the mound, delivers, and it's popped up to left field. So the closer is in here in the 8th inning.
Not what Eduardo wants. The quick at bat bug tends to bite him, especially when the pressure's on like this.
Wow, that one out of the zone, and Longballo is able to piece it up to center field and get the single. Cat Stanza with clutch engaged. Watch this strike 1, well located. Strike 2 going to be up top, 1-1. This one right down the heart of the plate, swung on Stanza, deep right field, barrel point, it's gone! And it's a 2-run home run for the Sirloins. It's Cat Stanza's 7th of the season. And we've got a game here, folks, in game 2 in our AAA match of the week.
Okay, well, if you thought Eduardo was out of this one, then wake back up, folks. He just cranked that. That was destroyed. Classic Stanza, too. Just such a tough hitter to pitch to.
That was a game early, Colin, where I wondered where that right field would come into play. Eduardo loves to hit one over there, you know, once every game or two. And there it was, his signature right field. I always like to call it a dink shot. That one barely got over right there. This one slapped towards center field. Potter's able to corral it. Every batter at the plate is the tying run at this moment. Willard Wiggins. The closer has come in and got roughed up. She's tense. She's able to get the 3rd out, though, so it's 6-5 here going into the 9th inning. Some of us hoping for a split, and just MJ hoping for a sweep. As the Owls are poised to sweep with a 1-run lead, the Sirloins looking to come back in the 9th. It's a leadoff single there.
I was going to say he's going to have to try and have the last laugh. It's not going to be easy if he gets runners on from Brad here, is to keep it a clean inning.
Velo high junk. Miguel Duke is in, the closer, 4 pitches. And he gives up 2 hits and 3 pitches to start off his appearance. With no outs here, BigOBrad very much danger red with an opportunity to score. Great location there from Duke on the mound. It's 0-1. Trying to induce a chase here. He gets another one of those inside fastballs just pieced off the bat to the opposite side. Man, the Sirloins, they've just been feasting on that all game until finally last 2 innings, BigOBrad has adjusted. His last 3 hits for RBIs are on that same pitch as now Miguel Duke is tense, and there's still 2 runners on with no outs. And this one is past the infield, past the shallow outfield, and the base jogger is going to round him. He's going to go all the way to home. And he's going to be in time. This game is now the Owls stretch the lead up to 4 and answer immediately on their half here in the top of the 9th. Oh, and a drop dive over there at shortstop.
He can't
the second
catch
drop
a
for
break.
Wiggins.
He can't catch a break here. It's tough for him. Definitely nothing going the Sirloins' way. But Brad here, able to set the table for himself. He's able to put himself in the position to take advantage of all of this good nature that's going his way here, and it's just showing the progressions he's made this season. Brad is killing it tonight.
This one popped up. Yeah, the RNG has been against Eduardo so far here in game 2, but that was well said by you, Dwayne. You've got to put yourself in position for the RNG to really even factor in the first place. If there's a dropped ball with 2 outs and no one on. It's not a big deal. It's a whole different story with runners on as the bases are loaded here with 1 out. He gets him swinging way inside. And Lloyd Cook is able to put it away. Trying to get the 3rd out here. Trailing by 4, it's Hedwig Potter up with 6 home runs, 14 RBIs on the season. And he hits this one to the second baseman, eager with those bases loaded with such a juicy batter. And so the Sirloins give up 3. They're now down 4 in the 9th.
20 hits.
And they
wow.
score and come back.
It's hard to win when you give up 20 hits.
This one right down the middle to Platoon, but he just hits it on a line to the second baseman. There's the 1st out. Closer still in for BigOBrad and the Owls. It's about to be the back end of the order here for the Sirloins. Hits this one well center field. It's going to be the 2nd out, and now the Sirloins in a ginormous hole. 1 out needed for BigOBrad and the Owls to walk away victorious. He jumps at second base, and he gets it, and another great fielding play. An excellent way to end this game. What a performance from BigOBrad here on Match of the Week. Sirloins played well, but BigOBrad has arrived.
BigOBrad has definitely arrived. I mean, that's what a play. What a series of games from him. I think just nothing shook him. I think he was really, infallible there. And he really impressed us. All around great pitching. The hitting was great too. Really, really good hitting. So congratulations to him for 2 big victories. Eduardo kicking himself, making some tough mistakes, but also had some things really not go his way. But a veteran like him, he'll recover from a regular season loss like this.
Yeah, I actually felt like that was one of the cleanest games across the AA, AAA, XBL I've seen in a while. It felt very mistake-free. Like, both of these guys really played, to their capabilities on Match of the Week, and you love to see that. I think they actually played very similar styles, and they played similar games. I think it was both 2 games that they're comfortable in, but Brad got a couple of things to go his way where Eduardo didn't. That was the difference, and 2 tight games here on AAA Match of the Week, and the only one walking away happy out of us tonight, other than Brad, is MJ, who just got the sweep correct. He gets on the board for the first time here on our pick'em.
Yeah, good for MJ getting the points. We'll flash over to it here, take a good gander at that. Everybody else wiped off tonight after getting this one wrong. MJ comes away with points, and then Sham can walk away with a sweep later. He'll be making everybody feel stupid. So we'll see what happens in XBL. We'll let Zlot take that one from there at 9 o'clock. That'll be exciting to see Teflon versus Shamaronium in that XBL Match of the Week. But Uni, yeah, this was a real pleasure to watch. I mean, a lot of all-around good baseball. 2 players that have a lot to prove, I think, in this early season. And Brad, walking away with the spoils, I think comes away looking a heck of a lot better, and is going to really impact the way his team is viewed as the season wears on after tonight. So thanks for being here, Uni.
Yeah, no doubt it was fun. Like you said, I think Eduardo showed everybody that he's still good enough to win the AAA. He's still competitive, and I think BigOBrad just made an announcement to the league that he's one of the contenders now as well. So it was a really great Match of the Week, and XBL is going to be just as good. So let's have some fun watching that one.
Yep, AAA, watch out. Brad is here. Eduardo going to be licking his wounds, but for now, we'll check out Teflon and Sham in about 40 minutes time on the channel for the XBL. If we don't see you again there, have a safe and pleasant Sunday, everybody, and we'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.